always turn out easy. So how are you
Okay.
today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good. Well, thank you for your patience. I can only do it from my phone apparently, because when I would try to invite you through my desktop, it just kept giving me an error. So I only
Okay.
have one hand now, and I was gonna like open my package, but we're gonna make it work. We'll figure it out. So
Sounds great.
anyway, yes. So welcome everybody. I'm gonna get my questions that I had for Kelly. I think I dropped it on the floor here. But Kelly, we want to talk about microgreens today. I'm super
Yes.
excited. Ever since you gave me a sample of your package of microgreens, like I have been craving them and my body just like craves them. So I really feel like there's something really good nutritional value wise in what the microgreens provide because my body is like, give them to me, like right now. And I really like truly feel like I could live off of steak, chicken thighs, and microgreens. I'm pretty sure I could. So anyways, I'm excited that you've joined us. What I love about it is that you're local and that you're able to provide a Utah produce source all year round.
Right.
The last couple of years, you know, produce has been up and down. We only offer Utah produce up until this point through a short season because we have a short picking harvesting season in Utah, which is basically August to October. Um, we've never been able to do things like apples since we started this gig because we started in 2020. There was an early frost and the apple supply was really low in Utah. Last year we had a drought. This year we had another early frost. So I don't even know if we're going to be able to offer apples anytime soon.
Mhm.
But I love the fact that we can offer microgreens and they are so good. And I'm eating them basically every day now, which I love. And so before we get started into a lot of these details, I want people to get to know you first. So if you
Okay.
can just take like a minute or two, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into the microgreens growing business, and you know what you love about it. That'd be great. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm married, 3 kids, grew up right here in Salt Lake County. I always wanted to be a farmer. I love gardening and the like. Never had figured out a way to really do it as a commercial venture. I worked most of my career as a miner with Kennecott, and about a year and a half ago, I was caught up in one of their reduction of forces and wondering what to do with myself. And I'd stumbled across some videos showing people growing and selling microgreens, and it just seemed interesting. So I went down that rabbit hole and learned a ton about it and decided I had to do this. And so it's been about a year now since I started. I got just some basic equipment and trays and seeds and began experimenting and trying to figure out all the ins and outs so that I could get a good consistent crop going.
Awesome.
And I'm just having a ball with it. I get to play in dirt and grow things every day. So it's wonderful.
That's awesome. Okay, so I guess the biggest question, and we've already had this question quite a few times, what
Hmm.
are microgreens specifically, and what are
Right.
their benefits? I know you have a lot of this information on your website, but just maybe give us like a 2-minute explanation on the benefit of microgreens.
Sure. Well, microgreens, most people think they're like a sprout. Everyone's seen bean sprouts or alfalfa sprouts. Uh, the biggest difference is that these are actually grown in soil.
Okay?
There's less chance of mold or bacteria. It's actually a safer way to grow. Uh, we sprout the seeds till they're about 2 weeks old and cut them off. And at that point, you have all the nutrition that was available in the seed and the beginning part of the plant in that tiny little shoot. And so it's very concentrated. And
Okay?
it's also very bioavailable. It's easier for your body to extract it from them at this tender stage. So they all vary some in what their strengths are. Broccoli is kind of the real powerhouse. It's
Okay.
considered to be about 40 times more densely more nutrient dense, I should say, at this point than the parent plant. Um,
Wow, that's amazing, actually.
right. So it's an easy way to enjoy some green in your diet and really load up on the vitamins, minerals, nutrients.
Yes. Awesome. I love it. Okay. So now the next question is, you know, these are locally grown. They're in your facility in Salt Lake. and
Yes,
they're organic, correct? So you use organic farming practices, is that correct?
absolutely. Absolutely. I
Yes.
use no chemicals or anything added to them. It's all very clean. It's sustainable. It uses very little water compared to typical farming or so on.
I love that. Awesome. Okay, we have a question. Can you continue to grow another crop after you've cut it the first time?
That's a very common question, and the answer is
Okay.
no, actually. They will,
Okay.
they might continue on a little bit, but it's not, they don't recover from being cut off at that stage.
Got
So
it.
I compost it's essentially at the point that I harvest it, it's kind of a root mat. It's all matted together with the soil. And so I compost those, and my chickens just love them. They pick them apart.
Yes. Nice. That's a perfect way to compost them and reuse them. I love it. Again, part of that sustainability, right? So, okay.
Exactly.
So through the co-op, we offer them in this 10-ounce container. And what I think is really important to point out to everybody is that it's 10 ounces by weight, not volume. And if you know
Hmm.
anything about like greens and spinach, you know, we make these jokes about spinach. You've seen the memes where you have like a huge giant stock pot full of spinach, and then by the time you're done cooking it, it's like a little tiny leaf.
Yes,
But
exactly.
that means that this is an extremely dense amount of greens. And I actually want to pour it out in a bowl so you can see it here in just a minute. If I can do this with one hand, since I don't have my computer now. But before I do that, I want you to tell us how long they last, as well as your
Hmm.
favorite way to eat them.
Okay. Well, they will last a couple of weeks. They're always harvested and try to have them delivered within 24 hours. They're best, I usually would say, within about a week. Like any produce, they will degrade over time. So the
Okay.
sooner you enjoy them, the better. But
Okay.
we're commonly working on them a couple weeks out. Uh, my
Awesome.
favorite way is in a salad. I like to throw them in, and balsamic vinegar and olive oil is my favorite.
That's my
Um,
favorite too.
and I've
Trying to
never
pull
really
this
been
out here.
much for I never really snacked on raw vegetables before. It was just
Yes.
never something I enjoyed. But I've really gotten hooked on these. I'm always snitching and noshing on them as I'm working with them because they're delicious. I got all, the 5 different flavors and types. And as you can
Hmm.
see, there's a good variety there.
There is a really good variety. Can you guys see that label? So a lot of good variety. I have actually learned to love to snack on these too, but I love them in salad with olive oil and balsamic vinegar, salt and pepper. It's
Mhm.
absolutely phenomenal. So I haven't tried them yet, like on sandwiches. I don't eat a lot of sandwiches, but I would imagine like on top of sandwiches, inside of wraps. But those are also some really great ways to eat them. Does anybody ever cook them? And is that not advised?
Mhm. They can be cooked. A lot of people will add them to like a soup. You add them right at the very end when you're about to
Oh,
serve it.
I
And
love that
that way
idea.
they
I
retain
love that
kind of their
idea.
texture that way. So it's a great way to add it
Yes.
to hot foods that way. We use them a lot as a garnish along with hot foods. We throw them in anything that we would add lettuce or greens to. Now we add microgreens to tacos and sandwiches and anything like that.
Yes, I love it. Like we have really learned to make this a vital part of our diet and our family. I'm like improvising here because I'm one-handed, but um, anyway, it's just fantastic. You can see it is a really good amount of delicious microgreens
Mhm.
with a really good variety. Here's that label again, and I could read it to you. But the variety of microgreens in this package are broccoli, radish, sunflower, sweet pea, and then a salad mix that would be arugula, broccoli, cabbage, kale, kohlrabi, and mizuna. Am I saying that correctly?
I assume so. And Mizuna.
Okay. Okay.
It's like
Okay. This
arugula.
sounds
It's
good.
from the arugula and Mizuna are from the mustard family, and they provide just a little bit of a peppery taste to the mix.
Yes. Nice. Well, the taste of all of this is absolutely amazing. Like it really is just very, very fresh. So I don't know what your situation is there at your location. Are you able to pick up your phone or computer, whatever you're using, and
Yes,
just kind of give us a tour? That would be awesome. We would love to see
yeah.
a tour.
I'll show you a little bit of what I've got
Wow.
going.
Beautiful.
Um,
Yes.
you can see the various crops all mixed together on the shelves.
Oh, it's
Uh,
beautiful.
this particular shelf here is our first delivery for the Food and Meat Co-op. All this
Yay!
is
There's our Food and
yours.
Meat Co-op, guys, right there for Friday. So
So
he's
the beauty
actually
of this,
picking them the night before and bringing them to us fresh. So they're super, super fresh. So that crop will be picked on Thursday night, I'm assuming, or early Friday.
correct. Yes,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
So lots of goodness right there.
That is beautiful. I love it, Kelly. So before we get off here, is there anybody have any more questions? I'm reading the questions right now. Somebody said the labels are backwards. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And then somebody said, "Go, Dad," which is awesome. I love it. So
That's my
we
son.
want to continue offering your microgreens every single month, and I'm hoping that people realize the value of both the health as well as the cost that we're getting for the co-op, and the value that you're providing to the community, as well as the service that you are providing to our community. I'm very excited to be partnering with you on your microgreens project, and I want to see where this relationship goes, and I hope that our community helps continue to support you. It's been a good first month, but I want them every month, so it's selfish.
Right.
So, but even more often, I would love to see this grow to where we even have maybe weekly pickup spots for this particular product in each county as it grows. And I'm excited that you are here with us and that you've reached out to provide this to our co-op. Is there anything else that you would like to say before we finish up here?
Well, just I'm excited to be part of your group here. The response when I get these to people that have never tried them before has just been universal, just wows. And so I'm excited to get them out to more people and let them
Yes.
experience these. They're really something.
Yes, I'm not a salad person. I've never been a salad person, never really been a broccoli person, but I know I have to eat it. So I eat it begrudgingly. So, but when you gave me these, I was excited to try it because I always love trying new things. But I didn't. I had not high expectations because I thought it's just going to be another green veggie. But then when I tried it, I was like, wow, like I can totally eat my veggies this way. Like it was that same reaction probably that you get from a lot of people. Like, and then now my body just craves it. Like my body doesn't crave like stalks of broccoli or salad, but my body is actually craving these microgreens. And so that dense, high intense nutrition in a dense, compact, bite or whatever must be what my body needs, because I literally salivate when I think about it. And who salivates over greens, right? So, I mean, I salivate over steak and thighs, but now it's also greens. So anyway. All right, Kelly, well, we're looking forward to distributing the first batch of these this Friday. You still have time to order for this Friday, and then, of course, for next Wednesday and next Saturday. So just go to foodandmeatcoop.com. I believe that Brittany's putting the links in the comments as well, so you can find the link easily to order your microgreens and give it a shot. Anyway, we'll look forward to seeing you on Thursday night with the orders, and I'll look forward to seeing all of you guys on Friday at the pickups. So thank you so much, Kelly. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
You too. Thanks.